Alrighty. Let's see. I don't know if this mic is gonna work. I think it is. Okay. So, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Monica, and today I'm doing an impromptu, live video quick thing because the video I was originally planning to post today ended up needing a lot more editing than I could have planned around. Let's say I didn't plan really well, and yesterday was Halloween, and I really just wanted to watch scary movies and hand out candy, so I didn't do any editing yesterday. So that video is getting pushed to Sunday. It is the Battle of the Peach Palettes video, so the Kylie Peach palette versus the ColourPop Peach palette, and it takes a lot more editing because I did a look with each palette. I did a look using shades from both of the palettes. Long story short, that has to go on Sunday because I didn't have enough time to edit it. And I had this random thought for this video that I really wanted to do, but I had no idea where to fit it in my schedule. So surprise, we're going to do it now. And that is just emptying out my makeup backup drawer, because I keep my makeup backup. Let me see. So in this little thing down here, so this very last drawer down here, I pulled it out, and this is where I keep all of my makeup backup. So that's separate from my actual make collection. So I have an Alex 5 drawer right over here. I've got some acrylic drawers. So all my makeup is over here in my vanity and not back over there. And I realized that I was forgetting what I had in my makeup backup drawer, to the point where I've actually bought products where I didn't need to, because I have products in here. And I was never going back there, and it seemed kind of silly to me now to have all of these products as a backup back here and not actually where they should be in my collection. So I should instead empty this out and put the setting sprays in my setting spray drawer and the primers in my primer drawer, and so on and so forth. So that is the point of this video. I know this isn't the best time to go live, but I did only have to work a half day, just finished. Thought this would be a good time to just jump on and do this kind of quick video. So hi, Gabrielle. She said, hey, good afternoon. How was your Halloween? Oh, it was lovely. The only downside is that we really didn't get as many trick-or-treaters as we thought, because it stormed last night. It was so windy and everything. So I just got to stay in. I watched scary movies, and I handed out candy to those brave enough to come out. Oh, and I was Wednesday Addams for Halloween. I actually really liked my outfit. So if you want to see my costume on Instagram, go over. That's actually why my hair is straight. I straightened my hair yesterday for the first time in over a year and a half, just for my Halloween costume. All right, so we're just going to go through everything in my makeup backup drawer. And as I pull them out, I'm probably just going to put them where they should go in my collection. And the first one is actually one where I'm not going to keep it in my collection. I am going to put this to the side and use it in my next giveaway. Because my next giveaway, I want to do kind of a big package with a bunch of little random small kind of products in it. One of them is going to be this. This is an unused butter bronzer, just in the shade Original Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I did open it just to take out this little sponge thing that comes with it, because it's really annoying and it's not good, but I haven't actually touched or used the product. So I'm going to keep this for a future giveaway, because I did just get this. And this has literally every single butter product ever created. It is the Physicians Formula Mudu Mudu Butter Ultimate Collection. Theoretically, it's a limited edition collection, but it has every single bronzer, every single eyeshadow, every single highlighter, and then if you pull this all the way out, this is a mirror. So you can literally lift it up and have a mirror. And then over here, can I even open this all the way? Don't know if I can. Oh no, where's the blushes? There. So then you have every single blush, and then you have all the lip colors there. So this is literally a crazy amount of product. I'm going to do a full video on this, especially since I was actually able to get this on sale. So this normally retails for $39.99, which I thought was a bit steep, but you're getting a shit ton of product in here. But I got it for $23.99 plus shipping. So I thought it was a steal at that price. So I've only used it a few times, but I have panned an entire butter bronzer before, so I know I like the formula. But since I have the full packaging, the full ultimate collection, I don't need this individual bronzer. So this is going to be saved for a giveaway. Moving on. I'm trying to do this in categories that kind of make sense. I've got a bunch of face powders over here. Let's do a primer that I have. I have a backup of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I adore this primer. It's really affordable. I did a whole video comparing this to the Tatcha, where I actually liked how this performed better. Once this is done, and I actually let this process and I post it just regularly to my channel, I'll link all the videos that I mentioned down below. But this primer is awesome. I just hit pan in the one I have open right now. So I'll just put this in my primer drawer, especially because I do want to do a comparison video. I have it over here. I did just pick up the Makeup Revolution version of the putty. So I'm actually pretty excited to try this out. I don't think I've used this yet. Yeah, it's still brand new. So I want to do a comparison between the e.l.f. and the Makeup Revolution, and then between the Makeup Revolution and the Tatcha, because I did pick up a little sample of the Tatcha so that I could do the comparison. All right, let me take a look at the chat. I haven't looked in a bit. There we go. This goes into the primer drawer. I hate being short and having short arms. There we go. Okay, let's see. How do you like the butter eyeshadow? I actually haven't tried them out yet. And I'm so glad I didn't buy the individual palettes, because this has every single eyeshadow in both of those palettes. So I'm actually really excited to dig in. I really want to do... I was partial to doing a first impression video. I don't really like doing first impression videos just because I feel like you don't get as much information. But I feel like with something that's this big, I could do part first impression and part really, really good in-depth review, since I've already panned a full bronzer. So I think I'm going to do that kind of video on that. So I'll have to wait and update you once I've been able to test those eyeshadows out. Dulce said e.l.f. is expensive in Mexico. Oh. A lipstick is $12 and a foundation is $20 from e.l.f.? Jesus. See, that makes me feel a bit bad for complaining about some drugstore makeup prices. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Pixie is drugstore in other countries, whereas here in the States, it's a lot more expensive because they're importing everything. So, I mean, I feel kind of bad for complaining about prices because I know it's expensive in other countries, but also overall, drugstore makeup is getting more and more and more expensive. Yeah, Pixie is a luxury. I agree. Yeah, especially because an eyeshadow palette is $25 from Pixie, and an eyeliner, like I said, some of the products are the same as what you would get for a mid-range or even a high-end product from Sephora. Pricey. Pretty pricey. So, all right, let's see. I've got setting sprays. Let's do... Well, this is technically an eye primer, so I'll do it next. I have a MAC paint pot. This is in Painterly. I also had one in here in Soft Ochre, which is the light kind of yellow toned one. I bought both of these when they were half off during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I think it was a few months ago. So they were $11 each. I think that's a steal for these because they're really, really good. They last forever. I've panned 2 of them, and it took me I think 6 months of using it every day as an eye primer to pan it. So I think it's really good. I like those 2 shades, Painterly and Soft Ochre. So I have them back here. And I was actually really looking for a primer to also use on my nose when I was sick, because I was blowing my nose, and trying to blow your nose while you're wearing a full face of makeup is difficult. So I actually used Soft Ochre as a primer on my nose, and it worked. It helped a lot. It helped a lot. So that's when I pulled that one out. So I'm going to pull this out. I think it's going to go, I don't know if I'm going to put it in my primer drawer or in my single eyeshadow drawer. I think I might have to go in my single eyeshadow drawer. But yes, really do recommend those, especially when you can get them on sale. I think the regular price of the 20, 22, or the 24, I think it's a bit pricey. But for $11, yeah, I jumped on it. Dulce said, MAC is actually kind of cheap here. A lipstick is $15 or even a little less. That's interesting. Because I know their regular lipsticks are $18 to $20-ish here. And I really, honestly, I don't think MAC lipsticks are the greatest. I have one full-sized MAC lipstick, I think, and I got it because I did back to MAC. So I brought in 5 or 6 empties. Mostly, I don't have one in here, do I? I have a mini one. Mostly the Fix Plus. I love Fix Plus. So if you bring the empties, you can't bring a mini empty, unfortunately. It has to be a full-size empty. So if you bring your full-size empties in, you can trade them in and get either a single eyeshadow or a lipstick for free. So I did that, and I got a lipstick. It's in a nude shade, but don't really use it that often. speaking of setting sprays, let's go through those next. I actually have a bunch in here. Because I remember, like, I think setting sprays were, like, the first thing I actually did buy backups for. Because I remember a time when I had to, like, ration out how much setting spray I could use. Because I literally couldn't afford to buy more. So, I've got a bunch now. The first one I have, this is from Milani. This is the Just Make It Last setting spray. I think this is a fairly good dupe for Fix Plus. I use it the same way I use Fix Plus, and I really like it. And I think it's actually gotten a bit more expensive. I remember, like, when I first got this, I think it was around $8 or $9. Now I think it's like 10 or 12-ish dollars. I still think it's great. It's still about half the price of Fix Plus, depending on when you get it on sale. The Fix Plus I have now, this one was from their Boom Boom Bloom collection, and I actually got this on sale because the whole collection went on sale because apparently it was garbage. So I got this for like $10 or $11, so that was a great deal for this. I got that a few months ago. But yeah, Milani Make It Last spray is actually really awesome. I love the scent on this. It's not heavily scented, but there is a noticeable scent, and I actually really like it. So let me pull out. Half this video is just going to be me reaching for things. This is my setting spray drawer. So I have the Make It Last matte spray, which I really don't like. That's going to go in a fail video at some point. I have a backup of the MAC Fix Plus in the rose. I have a Catrice dewy setting spray, so I'm going to put the Make It Last Milani spray in there. This one is from Catrice, and this is the Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. I bought a few of these back when I thought it was this Dewy Glow one. Honestly, I like the Dewy Glow better than the multi-whatever regular one, but it's still a decent setting spray. Not as good as the Milani one, but I mean, it gets the job done. All right, let's see. Oh, the chat. I'm trying anything. Just tried a highlighter from MAC. I have like one highlighter from MAC, and I think it was really overhyped. I really don't like, I mean, the only like products from MAC that I've tried that I've like really liked are like face powders. Because I've tried foundations. Mainly, I only go to MAC still to get shade matched. Because I have my closest MAC shade match in my description box. And I feel like that helps people if they're looking for foundation matches. So I'd like to have that. So every few months, I will go back and buy a foundation and just get shade matched while I do it. I love their blushes. They last forever. I have one I bought like 4 years ago, and it is like brand new. It doesn't even look that used. Yeah. I mean, blushes in general last forever. I still can't believe it took me like 3/4 of a year to hit pan on one blush that I was using like every day. Gabrielle said, what is your opinion about having alcohol as an ingredient in setting sprays? Honestly, I need to go through and actually look at the ingredients for the setting sprays I really like. Because I don't know if the ones that I reach for the most right now, like the Catrice and the Milani and the MAC, I don't know if they have alcohol as an ingredient. I think in general, it's probably not the best thing for your skin. But I don't know if what I'm using has alcohol in it or anything. Because right now, my skin is actually doing pretty good. I've got my full skincare routine that I'm using. And I still do makeup every day. I do makeup at least once a day. So I'd have to look into that a bit more before I can talk a bit more on that. The Catrice setting spray let me a bunch of glitter. Why? It is like a dewy spray, and I can really only use it like 2 sprays at a time because it is glowy. For me, I haven't seen it actually have like glitter particles in it. The one that actually had glitter particles in it, there was a hard candy setting spray that literally like just blew glitter all over my face, and like my face was ruined. And I had to go to work like covered in glitter. It was terrible. But this, I normally just do like kind of 2 big, like 1 spray on this side, 1 spray on this side, and like that's it. You can really overdo it with the Dewy Glow, especially if you're wearing a dewy primer. Like today I did wear a dewy primer, so I think I only used like 1 spray because I have an open one. Here's my open one, so it's almost empty. About to finish it. IDKY, but I have one from Essence that I hit pan on it. So MAC blushes do last forever, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to try one out, but ever since like realizing how long blushes last, it's been like I don't think I've bought any blushes like individually. There are blushes in this Physician Formula thing, but I haven't bought an individual blush in a long time because of it. So anyway, speaking of continuing with the backup drawer, I do have like a little mini Fix Plus, so I'm just going to add that to my backup. And this is technically a primer. I haven't used this in a long time, but I remember I used to love it. And it used to be all over YouTube. I feel like I haven't heard much about it recently anymore. And this is from Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Primer Water. Do you remember when like everyone and their mother was using this? I particularly heard that it was awesome to use as a primer under really full coverage and really matte foundations. Like I think this was recommended especially for the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. Remember that? I think I still have that. But I haven't needed like that full coverage of a foundation in a long time. So I haven't used it that much. But that being said, I think this will fit in my... Nope, it's not going to fit. So I'm probably going to have to put this... Primer drawer is also kind of full. I'll make room in this drawer because it's only just sprays. But that'll probably just go in my setting spray drawer. And those are all the setting sprays that I had in my backup drawer. But yeah, so I had all those sprays and I still went out and like bought another setting spray because I just didn't have those like in a place where I was actually looking like I should have. Let's do a little bit of clean up. Okay. Ooh, I think I dropped something. So next I've got powders. I've got quite a few powders in here. Some... Oh my god, I'm not used to having straight hair. It's kind of throwing me off. Gabrielle said, I love primer water. I use it after I set everything with powder. It makes it all melt and less cakey. Yeah, I remember also using it like that too. So, face powders. I have two from The Balm. These are the Sexy Mama translucent powders. And I always buy these when they're on sale. The Balm does, I think it's twice a year, they do 50% off everything on their website, which is a great deal for this face powder in particular. It is a very light, kind of translucent powder. One of my favorite face powders, like, of all time. It is translucent, so it's not going to give you coverage or anything, but setting everything down, keeping it matte, keeping it locked in, awesome. I don't like the packaging, but it's cardboard, so I end up just ripping it apart and depotting the powder and keeping it like in a Z palette. But when it's on sale, $10, and the powder lasts a long time, which is awesome. So I've got two backups that I bought the last time that The Balm had their sale. And my powder drawer is in my Alex drawer, so we're going to just put those over here until I put them in. The next powder I have, it's been too dark for me for a long time because back when I bought this back when I actually like had color and was a bit tan. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which is one of my favorite powders. I just need to buy it in a better shade. This is in the shade 004 Sandstorm, which it's too dark. I could probably use this as like a really light bronzer and not a face powder. But it is one of my like favorite powders of all time. The packaging can get a little annoying, but I did depot one. I don't think it's too terrible to try and depot one. But the powder, it's a really good powder. And last but not least for face powders, I have an Hourglass powder. And this is the ambient lighting powder in diffused light, which I think also might be a little dark for me. Well, actually, ethereal light is a bit too light for me, and this is like kind of too dark for me. So I don't know. Yeah, it's like in the middle, but it's brand new, not even touched. I forgot actually when I bought this. But I'm actually about to finish panning the ethereal light shade. So once that's done, I might pull this out and see if I can actually use it, if it's too dark, if it's too light. We'll have to see. Alrighty. Moving onwards and upwards. Okay, so I've got two quick dry top coats because... I bought these on Amazon, and you could buy them in like a pack of 5, and it was like a lot cheaper than buying them in store. And this used to be my favorite top coat until I tried the Holo Taco one. So the Holo Taco ones are actually really good. But before that, this was my other favorite quick dry top coat, which is the Sèche Vite, SCCHEVITA, TATE. Don't know how to pronounce it. Sèche Vite. But yeah, so this was my favorite quick dry top coat, which really helped me out. Don't look at my nails now because they kind of look like trash. I did them really quick yesterday just to make them black for Halloween, and I already totally chipped up like my thumb. But that was my fault because I didn't let them dry. It wasn't the Holo Taco. So I used everything Holo Taco except for the base coat because I still haven't come out with a non-peely base coat yet. But these are still really good, and I think I'm just going to put them where I have the rest of my nail polishes and not just keep them in here, though it is going to be a bit till I use them since I do have both of the Holo Taco. quick dry top coats. Let's see. Gabrielle asked, have you ever bought the hourglass edits they do during the holidays? I did. So last year I bought both the palettes, it was like a pink palette and there was an unlocked palette. So I did a video comparing the two of them, and I really liked the unlocked palette a lot more than the other palette. So I kept that one. I actually decluttered the pink palette to a friend of mine here on YouTube, Kaylee Wesley. So I gave that to her because she had never tried hourglass powders, really wanted to try them out. So I still have that palette. I saw that they recently re-released it, but in like the new packaging. So it's the same palette that came out last year, but it's the new packaging. And I'm a bit like, part of me is happy because it's a good palette and I really like it. But the other part of me is like, why? Well, then if you can come out with this many palettes, why can't you like come out with ones for different skin tones? Right? Like if you could just re-release these palettes and do this and do that, it should not be an issue to come out with at least like 3 palettes, like one for light, one for medium, one for deep. Like, could you please just, but there's a whole issue with like more luxury brands and inclusive skin tone ranges, which I could go off on, but that could be a whole video. Do you know of any peel off nail thing? No, because for me, the hardest part of nail polish is keeping it on. I always chipped my nails. I always broke off fake nails when I have them. So I'm looking for something that's going to keep my nail polish on my nails forever, particularly. Hi, Lilith. She said, hi, Monica. You look gorgeous. Thank you. My hair is like, you can see it's like already curling. Oof. I'm going to wash it like on Sunday probably and just get it back to curly. Katie asked, ever tried Tatcha's water cream? I love it and I'm almost out, but $68 is a lot for a moisturizer. Oh, hell yeah, it is. I've tried a sample of it and it was a bit too thin for me. And after I put it on, it would like immediately sink into my skin and I felt dry again, like 30 minutes later. So I didn't want to have to spend that much money to need a moisturizer after my moisturizer. Ooh, so Gabrielle said, ooh, I'm interested. Is it still $80? Do you think it'll work for medium skin? I'm assuming you think that's towards the Hourglass palette. Honestly, I thought it was worth it since I could use every shade. If you're close to my skin tone and maybe just like a shade or two lighter or darker, you could probably still use it. But if you want to see that in action, I did do full swatches, a full application for both of those palettes in that video, so make sure you check it out. It's like the Battle of the Hourglass palettes 2018. I'll link it once this is actually posted as a video, but make sure you check that out if you're interested in the palette, since they did re-release it, like last week. Dulce said, Hourglass is like a month of rent for me. Man, it depends. I'm just outside of New York City, so rent here is expensive. Well, let's not go down there. That's depressing. Alrighty. So, speaking of Tatcha, actually, I kept this box. So, like a year or two ago, I bought their like best sellers kit, which came with the mini water cream and the dewy skin mist and everything, but I just kept the box because it was pretty. And this is where I keep all of my shaving cream. So I've got a bunch of these shaving creams, and I think they're just going to stay in here. These are Pure Silk Rich and Luxurious Raspberry Mist. And I actually got like a whole box of these for free at my last job. Because I worked at a university bookstore, and like every semester they would give us like little sample things to pass out. Like I remember one year we had like little Snickers bars that we would hand out for free, like with every person who bought something. They had Clinique, like the Clinique, what was it called? It was like a spot treatment for acne, and so we had that to give out. We had a Clinique face wash that I remember I used that face wash for like a year, I think, because I got so much of it. But yeah, so like I haven't worked there in like nearly 2 years, and I still have the shaving cream. So yeah, I don't think I've ever had to buy a shaving cream for like the past 3 years, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Hourglass does always have good packaging, honestly. Like this feels like I complain about how like bulky like this kind of packaging is, but like for this, it's like, I get it. Like it's nice. I feel fancy whenever I open this up and I use it, Oh, Katie, you got the sample Tatcha box too? Yeah, I just like fancy things like that. I just keep it. I like boxes and I like bags. I always have them. I actually had to clean it out because I used to keep all the packaging from like the higher end makeup products that I would buy, and I had to stop because I was getting too many. Oh, thank you, Dulce. She said your hair looks gorgeous today. Well, thank you. It's the first time I've straightened it in a long time. So part of me is like, oh, how pretty is it? But the other part of me is like, I like my curly journey because this also took me like 2 hours to do. I got thick hair. It's a lot of hair. All right, so next I have a highlighter that I actually bought as a backup, and this is from Becca. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Royal Glow. Now, I think this came back. It was a limited edition for the Royal Wedding. I got it off of HSN, I think it was. And so they came back, and I think this was also on HSN. They brought it back as the individual highlighter, and it's one of my favorite highlighters. It's beautiful. The one that I currently have, I actually had to put it away because I panned like half of it. So like from this part down is all pan on my current one. And I love this. And I was actually like worried about finishing it up and not having this highlighter again. So when I saw that it was on sale and that they brought it back, I was like, I couldn't resist. I had to get it. So it's probably the only highlighter I have a backup of. That's one of my like holy grail highlighters. Make it a mess. All right, we got a few products left, actually. So the next one I have, so this is from, actually, Shop Miss. This is from AOA Studio, and this is their Go Brow Fiber Gel. And I think this is in clear, so I actually haven't used this yet. I bought this a long time ago, and I think I had another one, and then when I opened it up, it looked like it had actually gone bad. So I didn't open this one up, so I don't know if it's gone bad or not. You know what? Let's open it. Let's see, because it was supposed to be a clear brow gel, but when I opened it, it looked like white, and it was like clumpy. And they don't have one in like black. They only have it in brown, and I like dark brows. I really like black brows, so let's see. Yeah, you see how it's like white? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. So I don't know if like the ones that I got or like duds, or if this is how like every single clear brow gel is from their line. So I think I'm just going to declutter this because it doesn't, look good if I'm being plainly honest. I could look at some reviews for that because I really don't know if those are just the ones that I got or if those are just kind of like across the board. All right, so this is actually the product that inspired this video because I was actually about to buy another one and I realized, wait, I have one in my makeup backup drawer. Why am I not using it? And this is lash glue. So this is from the House of Lashes, and this is just the eyelash adhesive in clear white. Because I have like a tiny one in my drawer now, and it's like almost empty. So yeah, I've got a full size one here that I still haven't like opened or used yet, and I almost bought another whole lash glue. I bought these at Sephora, I want to say. Does Sephora still have House of Lashes? Ooh, watch me drop it. I don't know. But I think like they were still pretty affordable. They were between like $8 and $15-ish for like the big sized one. I think it's a good price. So I did get like a black one that I used, and then I put this clear one in my backup drawer, and I just forgot I had it. So I'm gonna put this in my lash drawer now and actually use it and not forget I still have it. Lash drawer. Boop. There we go. Okay, next, I think I'm going to include this in my giveaway too, because I've barely used the one that I opened, and I don't even know why, I bought the backup. So, hot take here, I don't support this YouTuber because of how different that she acts on Twitter and how, toxic she acts. I can't speak. But this is the e.l.f. collab with Alicia. Oof. I might just need a break. This is the e.l.f. collab with Alyssa Ashley, and it's like their little deep nude lip gloss. So I have one open that I barely reach for, but I barely reach for lip glosses as it is. So I don't even know why I bought this. I've not opened it. I think I'm going to put it with the butter bronzer and just use it in my next giveaway. Gabrielle asked, do you wear lashes often? Not really. I was actually trying to wear lashes more often, and I realized that like my glue was almost dried out. And I was like, oh, I need to go buy more lash glue so I can actually like wear lashes more often. And then surprise, like I had it. And so my goal is to no longer have a makeup backup drawer. If anything, I'm going to turn this drawer into the giveaway drawer. So anything that I've not used or that I want to use in my next giveaway is going to go in this drawer, and that's going to be it. Hi, Kaylee. Oh, I just mentioned you earlier. I was talking about the Hourglass palettes and how after I did the comparison video, I think I sent you the pink one. Okay, we're in the home stretch. We've only got 2 more palettes. Ooh, I've got palettes in the brain. Oh, Kaylee said she loves it. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy that you actually got to try out the palette. Because we were talking, because I don't know if you caught that part of the live stream, but Hourglass re-released the Unlocked palette, which is the one that I kept. So they're actually re-releasing that palette this year in their new packaging. So part of me is like, yay, that's a great palette, it's good. But the other part of me is like, well, then why couldn't you come out with a palette for different skin tones if you could just draw palettes whenever you want? Okay, so the next product that I have is from Ulta, and this used to be my Holy Grail concealer, and I was so shocked when I found this because you can get this concealer on sale for like $3. And this is the Ulta Collection Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and it's waterproof. So they now have 2 types now. It's this one, and then they have like a hydrating one, which I think I actually have the hydrating one in my concealer drawer. This is my concealer drawer. Hello. There you go. Yeah. So it's called the Youthful Glow Concealer from Ulta. So this is the other one, and then they've got this the full coverage waterproof one. Holy shoof! It's a Friday, guys. And it feels like a Friday. So this was actually one of my favorites. I've panned 2 full ones of these concealers, but I've definitely gotten lighter. Like paler since I started using this, because this shade used to be my perfect shade match. This is light warm, but I used one that I had opened and it's like way too dark for me now. So I think since this is still open, or not open, it still has the plastic on it. I haven't even opened it up yet. So I think I'm just going to keep this in the, not calling it the makeup backup drawer, keeping it in the giveaway drawer so that someone else can hopefully try this out. And if someone wins the giveaway and this won't work for their skin tone, I'll probably just pick up, a darker concealer for them, because they do have a decent shade range. It's not the best, but it's better than not having like anything. So I think let's see, I think I only have 1 product left. So last one is from NYX. So I have a backup of the Epic Ink liner, and it's in black. So this was one of my favorite liners until I found the Physicians Formula black liner. I haven't tried their watercolor one. Who was it? Taylor Wynn. She's got a new channel name, which I actually love. It's really nice. So she is talking about how the new waterproof liner from Physicians Formula is like the best ever. And so I need to try that out. I haven't mixed it up yet, but I do have this one, and I don't know why I kept it in my backup drawer, because I have a lot of liners in my liner drawer. So this is kind of the eye drawer. So I've got a lot of liners in here, so I should just add it in here. But yeah, I might also for the next giveaway probably do the Physicians Formula one, because I know the regular like non-waterproof one is good. I just haven't tried the waterproof one. But she said it's also like a more like deep black shade than the original one. So I'm pretty excited to try that one out. So I think that's everything. Yeah, and so now this is now turned into the giveaway drawer, and we've got 3 products. So I'll probably start collecting some more products to put in there, and we're done. We accomplished what I needed to. I need to clean up a little bit more. But the original intent was to start putting these products where they belong in my collection, so I'm actually using them, because it wasn't working for me. And I really am happy that this is turning into a giveaway drawer. I don't know if I'm going to hit 4,000. I don't know if or when, but I would love to do like a big giveaway around then. If not, I'll probably do something for like Christmas or the New Year's. A New Year's giveaway I think would be a lot of fun. And that'll give me enough time too to collect some other products. Oh, thank you, Kaylee. Yeah. All right. So I think this is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me and for spending time with me, because I didn't think this was going to be a good time for a live stream, just because it's kind of in the middle of the day. I know people go to school, people work, but I only had to work a half day, and I just wanted to jump on and do something real quick just because I didn't have enough time to edit today's video. So thank you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Hearts. Hearts. Can you do finger hearts? I don't know how people do finger hearts. Is that a finger heart? I like hearts. Bye, guys.